안녕하세요. 대추영어입니다. 오늘은 미국인 네이트가 한국에서 겪은 문화충격에 대해 인터뷰 내용을 담았어요. 리스닝 프랙티스이니 편하게 들어보세요. Today on 대추영어, we'll be interviewing Nate about culture shock as an American who lived in Korea for several years. Good morning, Nate, and welcome to 대추영어.
Thanks, Kelly. Glad to be here.
Tell us about your experience living in Korea.
I first came to Korea when I was 22 for graduate school at the recommendation of many professors and my parents. I knew very little about Korea, and it was my first time in Asia, let alone Korea, so everything was new to me upon arrival, leaving me excited but completely lost.
Must be quite the story on why you came to Korea.
A story for another day. I was there 3 years for school plus prep work for exams and another 2 years when I moved back to Korea to work in one of the Korean conglomerates.
It sounds like you're able to adjust given that you not only studied there but also worked as a professional there.
It was actually not easy for me either while in school or at work because Korean culture is so different from American culture. Even for things that I thought I knew or expected to be the same, it was like I was trying to play baseball when the rules of cricket applied.
Can you give us some examples?
While in graduate school, I was the youngest there, so that had pros and cons. I learned about my 형들 and 누나들 based upon age. But within the first few months, we had a major school event and it went from 이거 사줄게 to 이거 해라 to prepare for the event.
How did you respond to them bossing around?
Not well at first, given my nature to be independent, but I started to understand that hierarchy is very deeply rooted in Korean society and in the Korean language, even if we are all in the same class. Even when you go out for lunch or dinner with your 선배 or 후배, it was the older ones who tended to pay. I think in Western culture we normally go Dutch unless someone insists on paying.
What other culture shock did you experience at home or at work?
Too many to count. Taking off shoes when going in a house, though on the plus side my balance improved after a few months of putting one shoe on while standing. Sharing food from the same serving plate and even soju glasses during 회식. Not tipping. People would look at me funny if I gave them extra money and they would give it back to me. One taxi driver even got angry at me for giving him more than the actual fare.
Have you adopted any practices from Korean culture that were originally shocking to you?
Plenty. Definitely the shoes. It is just a good idea not to bring in outside gunk into the house from your shoes. Healthier eating habits based upon a lot of fermented foods like kimchi and vegetables, preferences for cafe culture and quality coffee, and the noraebang. I just had to install one at my own house.
Oh, I look forward to hearing you sing later.
See you next time on 대추영어.